now we want to add the logic as we done a while ago, and let's first import the router activated route from the Angular router, and then also import the snack bar, material snack bar from Angular material snack bar. Okay, also need to add the API service from .API slash API service. We'll fix that later. And then we have to now fill up this products from component, the class. So we start with the private product ID, should be a string. Let's have the name as a string as well, quantity as a number. Let's do this number as well. For the price, you can add a 0 as it initialize with 0, initialize with empty string, initialize with empty string, and this should be fine. Okay. Now with our constructor, private variable route, activated route, private router for the router, private snack bar for the material snack bar. We also want to use the API service from API service. All right. Now on initialization of ng on init, we want to get the URL parameter with this product ID equals this, that pass that to snapshot param map, that get ID. Again, what this does is we grab the URL request with the product slash ID and assign that to the product ID variable. Now that we have that, we should do the handle save and put message string, and if this name is equal to blank or the double pipe, that's 0, or this dot let's say quantity is less than 0, or this dot price is less than 0. Let's print out a message, not yet print out, assign a value, finish the form, should be semicolon, and quantity and price should be equal or greater than 0. That there, equal there. Now finish up with the else statement with that. If the input is valid, it would go to the else statement, and you can just say the product is added, and then we call the this.api service to add a new book. new product, and in that new product we want to have this object inserted with the name, with the quantity, this dot quantity, and the price equal price dot this dot price. Okay, don't forget to put a semicolon after. You have to subscribe that as well. And afterwards we want to empty that. This dot quantity 0, this dot price was 0 as well. And let's open the snack bar, the dialog, to show that message. Close, and also have a duration that it would show to the user. 2 seconds. Let's quickly fix something here that we forgot, because it should be a number. So before we move on, I'd like to recap that we imported activated route and router from the router module. And what this basically does, let's first talk about activated route. Activated route provides access to information about a route associated with a component that is loaded in an outlet. It is used to traverse to the router state and extract information from its nodes. So let's first keep track of activated route. We named it as route here. And now we have the route.snapshot. The snapshot basically gives you information about, again, the component loaded in a particular moment, and you could use it to traverse the router state tree. So it's another traversal. Now, once you have this, the snapshot has a property called param map. So with param map, it provides access to the required and optional parameters specific to a route. The map provides and supports retrieving a single value with the get method and the get all method. Hence, when we do the param property, we do get access to the get method, and we can supply that with a value, which is what we want is the ID. Constructor, we use that in Angular to inject dependencies, and we call this the constructor injection pattern. But constructor is not limited to the dependency injection. For example, the router outlet directive of Angular router module uses itself to have the location. And the common practice is to put as little logic in the constructor as possible, hence we're just initializing variables. And Angular calls the ng on init when it finished creating a component in the DOM, injected all the required dependencies through the constructors, and processed input bindings. So you would have all the required information available, which makes it good to initialize your logic. So to continue on, we have the handle save method that we have it in our HTML for the product from component as well. And this basically starts with creating a variable named message as a string type, and we start with an if with an or state or conditions. If name of the product is blank, or the quantity is less than 0, or price is less than 0, it's basically an invalid entry. It would say please finish the form, and quantity and price should be equal or greater than, greater than 0. Then the else statement, if the there's a name and then it satisfies whatever, um, you would have the message have the product is added instead. The message would have that value, and now the API service would now call this add new product, um, and basically insert this object name with the name supplied from the input, quantity with the quantity supplied from the input, and price with the price supplied from the input as well. Then we would now do the subscribe method to it's basically an observable type of utility. So with the subscribe method, it would be basically listen to whatever is going to happen with this function. And again, after we exit this if else statement conditional, we now reinitialize our name, quantity, and price. So again, whenever a user inputs an entry and it's added, it basically reverts back to the default, which is blank name, zero quantity, zero price. And lastly, the snack bar would show a small dialog back box and shows this message, either this one or this one. Show you how the add new products method looks like in API service, which will be shown in the following video. Basically have this, as you can see, the function is there.